Imagine that the inner workings of your body are like a bustling city. Your heart is similar to a power plant, supplying you with energy, and your blood vessels are a highway, constantly transporting that energy to your entire body. But inside your body, as in any city, there's a lot of waste to deal with too. And that's where your lymphatic system comes in. You can think of it as your body's sanitation system. Your lymphatic system is made up of a network of tubes called lymph vessels, which carry a clear liquid called lymph fluid throughout your body. These lymph vessels are like streets and alleys where garbage trucks stop to collect waste. Except in this case, the garbage trucks are the lymph fluid itself, which flows from place to place, collecting waste, excess fluid, and any other unwanted substances. But where does it all go? Your lymph fluid makes its way through your lymph vessels and arrives at your lymph nodes. They're like waste treatment centers all over your body. Most cities only have one big waste treatment facility, but your body is really committed to cleanup. You have about 800 lymph nodes, everywhere from your head and neck to your abdomen and knees, all working to filter your lymph fluid from bacteria, viruses, and other harmful substances. Your lymphatic system also includes some of your organs, which are each responsible for specific waste management tasks. Your tonsils, for example, filter out germs you breathe in through your nose or mouth. Your spleen, which is a tiny organ just above your stomach, filters your blood and makes white blood cells that protect you from infection. And then there's your thymus gland, which is located between your lungs. It's responsible for making special white blood cells called T cells that, you guessed it, help your body fight infections and disease. Just like real-life sanitation services are critical to keep our cities functioning well, your lymphatic system is an essential part of your overall health and well-being. It's a cleanup service, a drainage network, and a defense mechanism, and it works hard to keep you healthy.
Okay, so that video represents it's an analogy, no, comparing our lymphatic system, okay, our body to a city. So what specific materials does the lymph fluid collect? Mga unwanted cells. Ano pa? Ano yung nasa video? Ano yung kinokollect ng lymphatic system natin? Mga waste products. Okay? Lahat ng mga waste products or mga unwanted substances, mga excess fluids, yan yung kinokollect or tinatransport ng lymphatic system. So the system is built upon a network of tubes called the lymph vessels. Okay? So yung system is built upon a network of tubes called the lymph vessels. Then these lymph vessels carries a clear fluid known as the lymph. Kung sa ang lymph? Clear fluid. Okay? So kumbaga, kung sa circulatory system, ang fluid na niya is the blood. In our lymphatic system, ang fluid na equivalent to blood is the lymph. Ang blood carries oxygen and other gases, diba? While the lymph carries what? Mga waste, excess fluids, and other unwanted na mga substances. Now, when the lymph fluid flows, no, it collects the waste, and then iyanang i-transport, no, or iyang iagi niya sa lymph nodes. Wherein ang lymph nodes siya ang mag-filter, okay, sa mga gipang hatag ni lymph. Alright, lymph nodes will filter the waste transported by the lymph. Okay, so iyan na siyang i-segregate, kumbaga, ang katong na-transport na lymph, no, to the lymph nodes. If that lymph carries bacteria, viruses, or other foreign substances, iyan na i-discharge or iyan na i-remove. No? While if na yung mga cells contained, iyan na i-transfer to different organs, no, such as kay spleen, diba? Si spleen, nasa ginabuhat ni spleen? Kapag cells ang gitransport sa iya, ha? Gina-filter niya ang blood, so moto siya ang graveyard, diba? Ang spleen, graveyard sa mga red blood cells. Anyways, let's discuss further about the lymphatic system. Now, the lymphatic system contains two main organs. Okay, these are the central and the peripheral organs. The central are the primary lymphoid organs, wherein this is the site where stem cells divide and become mature. Okay, so sila yung or mature kay immunocompetent. Okay, again, central lymphoid organs is a site where your stem cells, ano yung mga stem cells? Kato mga immature pa na mga cells such as your hemoblasts, okay, or hemocytoblasts, or mga hemocytoblasts. Di ba remember sa pluripotent, niya na precursor cells, di ba? So mag-start siya sa bone marrow, and then kana sila na mga cells sa bone marrow, these are mga stem cells or mga hemocytoblasts. And once sila, or kaya once na ready na sila, no, they will divide and become immunocompetent na mga cells, in which it means it is capable now of mounting an immune response. Immunocompetent na mga stem cells. Now, once they are released via blood or lymph into the peripheral lymphoid tissues and organs, they start to differentiate and mature. So, asa gani nag-start tanan sa pag-produce sa stem cell? It's from the bone marrow. Okay? So, our primary or the central lymphoid organ is the bone marrow. Next is the thymus. Okay? So, our second, nawala lagi ako ang nawala ko ang ano. Nawala gid siya. Asa to? Okay, diri na lang sa ta. Di ba? So, hemocytoblast, it starts sa bone marrow as stem cell or the hemocytoblast. And then, once na maka-receive sila o chemical messengers, no, it will then migrate, no, to different organs. So, if iyahang destiny is maging red blood cells or mga granulocytes, then dito siya sa bone marrow magstay as myeloid stem cell. Now, some of the lymphoid stem cell also magstay sa bone marrow. Pero some of them, such as the T lymphocyte, will transfer or will migrate to the thymus. Okay? So, sa thymus na organ is where your T cells mature. Alright? And so, once na nag-mature na sila, okay, na-release na sila sa bone marrow, na-release na sila sa thymus because they are already matured enough. Okay, so dito na sila travel na po, mag-migrate to the secondary lymphoid organs, in which the secondary lymphoid organs is responsible for the initial immune responses to an antigen. Okay, if ready na sila i-present or ready na sila isabak sa bakbakan, okay, with the antigens, then these lymphocytes or mga cells are migrated or are transported to these secondary lymphoid organs, such as your spleen, lymph nodes, tonsils, appendix, Peyer's patches, the mucosa-associated lymphoid tissues, or the mouth. Okay, now let's dig into the central primary lymphoid organ, which is the bone marrow. So your bone marrow is the site where blood cells what? It's the sites where your blood cells originate. Okay? So, dira nagsugod ang tanan sa bone marrow. And they undergo, if not all aspects of maturation. Okay? If not all aspects of maturation in a process referred to as, unsa ganitong iyang process? Production of the cells? Hematopoiesis. Okay? Hematopoiesis. Alright? So, it is a process, no, wherein your cells, your stem cells, undergo maturation. Alright? Ang hematopoiesis. Now, the process of development of different blood cells from these pluripotent stem cells is known as, again, hematopoiesis. Alright? So, it can be considered the largest tissue of the body, ang bone marrow. Again, largest tissue. Kinsa ang largest organ? Si skin. The largest tissue is si bone marrow. And it functions as the what? Center of antigen independent. Antigen independent lymphopoiesis. Okay, what does it mean? Production of lymphocytes, no, that is dependent with the presence of the antigen. Okay, so dira siya makaproduce of lymphocyte once na-trigger sila with the antigen or na-expose sila with the antigen. That's why it is termed as antigen independent lymphopoiesis. Okay, independent. So, antigen independent lymphopoiesis. Alright? Once nga na antigenic stimulation, dito sila mag-produce og mga lymphocytes. Okay, question. Where does the antigen stimulation lymphopoiesis occur? Where does antigen lymphopoiesis occur? Or stimulation of antigen lymphopoiesis occur? Sa bone marrow. Okay? So again, makaproduce yan siya lymphocyte or na-process, na-creation of lymphocyte, lymphopoiesis, right? Once na-stimulation sa antigen or presence of the antigen. Okay? Lymphocyte stem cells are released from what? From the marrow, and then they travel to additional primary lymphoid organs. Okay? Asa sila nag-travel? Sa additional primary lymphoid organs. So from the bone marrow, mag-migrate sila, no, to the other primary lymphoid organs. So ito mga primary lymphoid organs? Bone marrow and the thymus. Okay, where they mature. Okay, ang maturation also takes place, no? So some cells, no, like for example, nag-start siya sa sternum, with a bone marrow sa sternum, mag-travel siya to other parts of long bone, no, para dito sila mag-mature. Ang uban, especially si T-cell, will travel to thymus for the maturation. Now, one subset goes to the thymus, okay? One subset goes to the thymus, and it develops into what? Kaya sabi ko lang kanina. It develops into, unsa siya? Lymphocyte siya. From bone marrow, once nag-travel siya to thymus, it develops into what? T-cells. Very good, okay? It develops into T-cells. Now, in humans, B-cell maturation takes place within the asa. Asa naga-mature ang B-cells? Sa bone marrow, okay? Again, T-cells mature where? T-cells mature where? To the thymus. B-cells mature to the bone marrow. Okay, huwag kang kalimutan. T is equals to thymus. Therefore, si T-cells mag-mature sa thymus. B-cells mag-mature sa bone marrow. Okay, so dapat, no, medtex, master na ba na diba? Press the buzzer dahil pagpangutanan, asan nag-mature si T-cell? It's in the thymus. Very good. Alright. Now, let's talk about the thymus. This is a primary lymphoid organ that increases in size. No? So, until it reaches its peak development during the adolescence. Kanusa daw siya? Medyo mag-start kanang smaller iyang size during the adolescence. So, mag-reach iyang peak development during the adolescence period. Now, the T-cells that are in the thymus are called what? Unsay tawag sa mga T-cells nga naa sa thymus? Walay mag-guess? They are called as the thymocytes. Okay? So, sa thymus ng mga cells, no, mo na tawag sa ilang mga T-cells that are found in the thymus. Okay? So, the main function of this is to provide an area for T lymphocyte maturation. Okay? So again, the main function of our thymus is to provide the area of your T lymphocyte maturation or mga T cell na maturation. Okay? And this is vital in what? In protecting the autoimmunity. Okay. So later, masaban nato ang developments or ang maturation sa T-cell, no, nga, unsa siya ka-importante sa pag-protect sa autoimmunity. Unsa na ang autoimmunity? Yes, self na immune response. Okay, self-immune response. So if ever your T-cell reacts to a self na antigen, okay? So ang iyahang destination is patyon si T-cell once na nag-react siya dito sa self na antigen. Because your T-cells are important in protecting the autoimmunity. Okay? Now, the thymus has a connective tissue capsule that extends into the gland and divides into the lobules. So, kani, ato ang thymus. Dili ni maong ulo sa person, ha? Ako anang gi-enlarge ang thymus mismo. Okay? So, your thymus has 2 lobules and sa kada lobule na siya medulla, cortex, and also capsule. Okay? So each lobule has cortex and a medulla. Now the bone marrow, derived precursor T cells or the pre-T cells, mga immature pa na T cells, migrate to where? To the cortex. Asa ang cortex? Kani ang medulla, center. Cortex is next to the medulla. Asa? Naga-mature, asa naga-undergo maturation ang mga T cells or mga thymocytes? Sa cortex of the thymus. Okay? Alright. Alright. Now, let's proceed to the secondary lymphoid organs. No, in which ang mga secondary lymphoid organs, sila tong mga lymph nodes. No? So, mapansin ba na ninyo if ever mag-start mag-fever, tapos nagpa-check up mo, tapos unsay unang hikapon sa doctor sa inyo ha? Sa likod sa dalunggan. Nga naman, ano sa ginakapa ni Doc Dira? Mga nag-enlarge na mga lymph nodes. No, na-experience na ninyo? Okay, na-experience ko na ako mag-self-doc, mag-self-medicate, or kaya maging doctor na ako sa akong self. Kay dugay kayong doctor, kaya tag 600 pesos ang, or 800 na karon, di ba? Ay, sorry, nag-record ko. 800 na, di ba, karon na sa doctor consultation. Nung nag-try kong anak, katay kanito na ako, tanong-tanong, hala, nagubag yun siya. Di ba? So, meaning na ako'y infection or ongoing na infection. So, your lymph nodes no, is one of the organs nga naga-indicate na you are having infection or kaya na ay mga nabutang, na siya mga nabutang dito ng mga wastes no, na gina-process sa mga lymphocytes. Okay? So, small encapsulated structure located at the junction of the main lymphatic tracts. Okay? So, we have a lot of lymph nodes. Pila ganitong ginayon sa video? We have 800 lymph nodes. So, nasa ilok, nasa singit, okay? Everywhere. Okay? So, principal lymphoid organs of the body is your lymph nodes. Alright. So, it acts as what? Your lymph nodes acts as the filter or it acts as the filter or traps for the foreign particles. Again, filter ang ato ang lymph node. No, wherein kapag naay na-transport sa iyaha na lymph, no, iyang i-segregate if waste ba na siya or needed siya i-recycle. Okay, so it is an organized collection of lymphoid tissues through which the lymph passes on its way to returning to where? To the blood. Okay? Again, it is an organized collection of lymphoid tissues through which the lymph passes on its way to returning to the blood. Now, in the absence of antigenic stimulation, lymphoid follicles are referred to as the primary follicles. If wala pa gani antigen, if wala pa nakita na antigen, ang tawag sa lymphoid follicles are the primary follicles. Again, if wala pa stimulation sa antigen, then that lymphoid follicle is known as the primary follicles. Okay. Now, primary follicles are small and the cells within them are quiescent. Quiescent or quiescent? Quiescent. Quiet lang or kanang wala, kanang nonchalant ba, kumbaga hilom lang, wala yung nahitabo. Okay? So, no further maturation, no further differentiation ang nahitabo sa primary follicles. Because again, no antigenic stimulation. Alright, happen. Okay, now the B cell activation and proliferation in the follicles, they generate, okay, germinal cells. Okay. Once na ma-activate ang B cell and mag-proliferate, di na siya mag-produce of germinal cells or germinal centers. Germinal centers. So from primary follicle, in which quiescent lang siya nga area, tapos nag-activate ang B cell. Gano'n na-activate ang B cell? Because of the antigenic stimulation. Again, gano'n na-activate ang B cell? Because of the antigenic stimulation. And once na ma-activate ang B cell, no, because of the antigenic stimulation, dito na siya mag-produce of germinal centers. From the primary, okay, from the primary follicle, ang primary follicle, mahimo na siyang germinal centers, in which germinal centers contains B cell or active B cells. And these B cells undergo differentiation, mag-mature ang B cells, process required for effective immune responses. Okay? Sa germinal centers na ay B cells, activated. Okay? So, kapag activated ang B cells, mag-differentiate siya. It's either it will become memory B cell or a plasma B cell. Okay? Now, these follicles with germinal centers are now referred to as the secondary follicles. In short, ang secondary follicle is composed also of activated B cells. Okay, nasabtan ba to? Question. What do you call to the lymphoid follicles without a germinal center? A primary follicle. Okay? Now, what follicle contains an activated B cell? The secondary follicle. Okay. What type of lymphoid follicle that is inactive? The primary follicle. Very good. Okay, anak na tamo sa kuan ha. Sa questions. Where do B cells undergo differentiation? Sa germinal centers. Okay, very good. All right. Now, so kani no sa histopathology na histopathology na slide, this is an example of a cross section of a lymph node. No, so these are the lymph follicles. Makaroban yung mga circles. All right? Now, inside the lymphoid follicles, once na activated ang mga B cells, those sa histology, dili maklaro ang mga activated na B cells. Okay? But, according sa uban, sa histopath, na siya a little bit lang na, or di ba margin, outer margin, and then inner margin, those are indicators of the activated na mga B cells. So, this is now the germinal center. Alright? And these are the capsules. This is the capsule of the lymph node. Okay. Alright. Now, the lymph nodes are comprised of a cortex, the same yapon sa thymus kaganina, na siya cortex, na siya medulla, and napod siya paracortex. Although most immune cells types are found in all regions of the lymph node, there are regions where certain population predominate. Take note of this kung asa naga-predominate ang maturation sa mga cells. No? In the cortex, sa cortex, unsa ang mga cells nga nag-mature sa cortex, it's your B cells. B as in boy, no? B cells nag-mature sa cortex. Also your macrophages and mga FDCs. Unsa yung FDC? Follicle, ay dili. Ako nagbuhat sa slide, nakalimot ko sa ni FDC. Balikan ta mo ani sa FDC or ADC dapat ni. FDC. Balikan ta mo sa FDC. Paracortex, no? Paracortex, it is where your T cells is contained, no? Interdigitating cells also. All right? Again, sa cortex, B cells is contained in the cortex of the lymph nodes as well as your macrophages and the FDCs. Now, paracortex, it's the T cells or the thymus or T cells, interdigitating cells, and also the medulla. In the medulla, it's where your plasma cells. Unsa ni mga plasma cells? Mga B cells, okay? Nga nag-mature na mga B cells, no? Or activated na mga B cells. Alright, plasma cells, your macrophages, and some T cells in the medulla. Pero ang nag-predominate sa cortex are your B cells, paracortex, T cells, medulla kay mga plasma cells. Please don't forget. Lymphocytes and other cells causes the lymph nodes to become enlarged. Okay? So, kapag na-enlargement lymphadenopathy, kanang mga naglusay-lusay, okay, those lusay-lusay contains lymphocytes. Okay? Mga WBCs that are agranulated, walay granules, and other cells, no, that causes your lymph nodes to become enlarged. Question: what part of the lymph node is the T cell predominant? The paracortex. Okay, what part of the lymph node contains macrophages? Cortex and medulla. Okay, medulla and the cortex contains the macrophages. Take note of those parts sa atong lymph nodes unsa ilang gina-contain na mga cells. Okay? So here's a diagram. No, we're in your stem cells came from the bone marrow. The red marrow gives rise to the lymphocyte precursors. And once na makareceive og chemical messengers ang mga cells na they will migrate, no, to the thymus, and then kapag nag-migrate siya sa thymus, therefore ang iyang destiny will become a T cell. Okay? And so ang B cell mag-mature sa asa? Sa bone marrow. Both of the cells, B cell and T cell, will go further kay lymph node. Mag-transport ito para if ever na ay presentation dito sa mga antigen, okay, or kaya nasa lang i-transport ng mga antigens na ilahang na encounter. Alright. Okay, now let's proceed to the other organ of the secondary lymphoid organ, which is the spleen. It is a large discriminating filter. Okay, discriminating filter. Nga na siya discriminating? Because it's the graveyard of the RBCs. Okay? So, it removes what? Old and mga damaged na mga RBCs. Okay? Unsa man, kanasa man ta makaingon nga old na ang RBC? Pila na siya ka days? Lampas? 120 days. Namino sila sa hima. Sir Charles, nakatubag sila. Okay, so si Sir Charles ba inyo ha? It removes old and mga, unsa daw pa? Damaged RBCs and foreign antigens from the blood. Okay? So, mga antigens or mga pathogens such as mga blood-borne, no, ng mga pathogens. Again, large discriminating filter. And don't you know that your spleen is the second largest lymphoid organ? Okay? Spleen is the second largest lymphoid organ. Alright. Now, the spleen is the site of fetal what? Wait lang, kaya ako ginabasa na message. Ay, wala. Mali ako. Okay, let's go back. Asa ko nag-stop? Okay. Now, your spleen is the site of fetal red blood cell production, okay, which normally ceases after birth, all right? So, this is served by the splenic artery and vein, which enter and exit at the hilus. No? So, this stores breakdown products of the RBC, such as the iron. So, iyang gina-store ang iron from the RBC, especially katong mga old and damaged na mga RBCs, which is used for reuse. Okay. So now the function of your spleen is, it is a site of lymphocyte proliferation. Okay, what is proliferation? Iyang maturation, development of your lymphocytes, immature na mga lymphocytes, and immune surveillance, and also response. So it cleanses the blood of aged cells and platelets and mga debris. It also removes and destroys damaged and old RBCs and platelets from the circulating blood. Okay? So now, let's dig in no, sa anatomy, sa spleen. Alright? So when we cut the spleen cross-sectional, your spleen has this anatomy. Okay? So splenic tissue can be divided into two main types. Okay? Which are the red pulp and the white pulp. Ang saang mga main types sa splenic tissues? Red pulp and the white pulp. Alright. Okay. Now, the red pulp makes more than half of the total volume no, of the spleen. So, as you can see, no, sa iyahang anatomy, mas daghan ang red pulp. No, it takes up no, half of the total volume of the spleen. And it functions, its function is to destroy all red blood cells. Okay? So, sa red pulp, it destroys the red blood cells. Okay, mga old or mga damaged na mga RBCs. Now, in the white pulp comprises approximately 20% of the total weight of the spleen and contains the lymphoid tissues, okay, which is arranged around arterioles in the periarteriolar lymphoid sheath or the pulse. Okay, so asa ang white pulp? This is now the white pulp, and these are the periarteriolar lymphoid sheath. Now, their pulse are or where the T cells are contained. Okay, sa pulse dire. Okay, doon sa iyang arterioles, no, periarteriolar lymphoid sheath, ang T cells are contained. Primary follicles contain mga B cells or inactivated B cells, mga B cells na wala na stimulate by the antigens. Okay, so nagyat mo siya yung mga, the same with our lymphoid kaganina, di ba, mga lymph nodes kaganina, di ba, ang primary follicle, na dito ang mga inactive na mga B cells. Surrounding the pulse is marginal zone containing what? Containing the dendritic cells. Asa ang marginal zone sa pulse? Dara. Kaniyang mga marginal zone. Okay? And in marginal zone, it contains, so sa ito na cell? Dendritic cells. O sa ginabot ni dendritic cells, iyang ginatrap ang mga antigens. Alright. Now, lymphocytes. The lymphocytes enter and live through the capillary branches. Okay? So, your lymphocytes, gawas, umusunod lang sila sa mga capillary branches of the splenic tissue. Okay. Now, question. Where do your red blood cells get destroyed? Sa red pulp of the spleen. Very good. Alright. Now, let's proceed to the other secondary lymphoid organ, which is the cutaneous immune system, also known as the skin. Okay, so the cutaneous immune system, ang ato ang skin. Alright, so our skin, no, the ating mga immune cells present there. The immune cells are present in the epidermis and the dermis. Okay, so sa epidermis, as you can see, sa Langerhans, okay, and sa dermis, no, makita na to ang mga ang mga macrophages, the NK cells, the mast cells. Okay, those are the immune cells found in the skin. So it contains Langerhans, mga Langerhans cells, diba? Which ang Langerhans cells are the macrophages of the skin. Take note, naa siya'y surface. Okay, naa siya'y surface marker. Ang ato ang Langerhans, the CD surface na CD1A and CD207. Okay, unsa ang markers na si Langerhans? CD1A and CD207. Okay, mao na niya kung ginaingon ng mga coding nila sa ilang mga surfaces, no, in which mao na siya ang isa sa maka-identify, no, sa specific identifier sa mga cells na to. Okay, CD1A or the CD207. Take note, remember ang surface marker ni Langerhans cells. Now, we also have the malt. Malt is the mucosa-associated lymphoid tissue. Alright? Ang mga malt, these are found in our gastrointestinal tract, sa respiratory tract, sa urogenital tract. Anything na ay mucus. Okay? So, it consists of diffusely distributed lymphoid cells and follicles that underlie all regions coated with the mucosa. Okay? The main difference between the malt and other lymphoid tissues is that most mucosal tissue immune components are not encapsulated. Okay, wala sila naka-enclose, wala sila naka-encapsulate, just like your spleen. Diba? Sa thymus, lymph node, na yung mga capsules. But with malt, they are scattered diffusely. Okay? So, in one region, the cells that are mostly found in the malt are, unsa ang mga cells ang makita sa malt? Your T cells and B cells. Okay, so your T cells and your B cells. Okay. In one region of the small intestine, the lymphoid tissue are aggregated and are referred to as the Peyer's patches. Okay. In one region of the small intestine, asa makita ang Peyer's patches? Sa small intestine. Okay? And these lymphoid tissues are aggregated and are referred to as the Peyer's patches. Alright. Now, the malt associated with gastrointestinal tract are known as the GALT. Okay, gastrointestinal associated lymphoid tissue. Basta malt nga associated with gastrointestinal tract. Now, the malt that is associated with trachea and bronchi are known as the BALT or the bronchus associated lymphoid tissue. Alright. Now, which lymphoid organ is the only aggregated malt? Which lymphoid organ is the only aggregated malt? The Peyer's patches. Okay? The only aggregated na malt, no? Peyer's patches, which is found in where? In the small intestine. Okay, fun fact. If i-combine daw ang surface area sa mucous membrane, no, sa ato ang mga malt, it would, or equivalent siya sa isa ka 400 meters square na area or a size of a basketball court. No? So, dako kayo. Alright? Now, there are other secondary lymphoid organs. The thoracic duct. Thoracic duct is rich in mature na mga T cells. Okay? Mature T cells. Rich in mature T cells ang ato ang thoracic duct. Now, we have tonsils. Asa banda ang tonsils? Okay, so ang tonsils daghang type of tonsils, okay? Ang pinaka-common is a type of malt, no? Type of malt din si tonsils. Ang pinaka-common na tonsils is si palatine tonsils, in which muna siya itong maklaro if ever na tonsillitis. Muna siya mag-inflame. Di ba kung kani ang throat, kani mong tongue, okay? So naay kani siya, if mag-inflame ni siya na part, these are the palatine tonsils. Okay. So, once na makatrap sila og mga lymphocytes and mga WBCs and mga antigens, specifically mga pathogens, Dira siya mag-enlarge. So, palatine tonsils contain, unsa? Your palatine tonsils contain mga crypts. And these crypts expose the foreign antigens to the lymphocytes. Again, the crypts expose the foreign antigens to the lymphocytes. Okay. Alright. Now, unsa tong, di ba ang enlargement sa tonsils is tonsillitis? Now, unsa tong mga putik-putik nga makita sa tonsils? And once na-impress mo na siya, or kaya hindi mo siya ma-remove, it can cause your breath baho or bad breath. Mga tonsil stones, or mga tonsilloliths, or lollipop, tonsilloliths. Okay, tonsilloliths. Okay, these are the tonsil stones. No, kailangan yun na siya i-remove. Wala na siya calcified, no, na pus or kaya calcium na naasa sa imong tonsils. No, these are made up of calcium and had up to 3 odor due to the hydrogen sulfide and methyl mercaptan contents. Okay, nice to know lang na kuan na thing. Okay, kano sa man dapat i-remove ang tonsils? Nganong tonsillectomy man? Ano siya dapat i-remove? Pag visible ang tonsil? Visible man yun ang tonsil. Kapag magsige nagbalik-balik imong tonsillitis. Okay? So, kano sa man nagbalik-balik? 3 times a year, 7 times a year, 5 times a year, succeeding pag yun na every year. No, last year, 3 times kagi tonsillitis. This year, 5 times kagi tonsillitis. Wala pa na 2026. 5 times sa kagi tonsillitis. The next year na po, no, nagka 7 times tonsillitis ka. So, kailangan na siya i-remove. Meaning, dili na capable imong tonsils, no? Or sige na siya ka-expose with the antigens. Sige na siya ka-inflame. Okay? Nga na siya kailangan i-remove? Sakit. Aside from that, remember sa bacteriology? No, dili MRSA. Katong post-streptococcal na infection. So itong post-streptococcal infection, if magka-tonsillitis siya, dili siya ma-treat with antibiotics lang, simply with antibiotics, it can lead to mga post-streptococcal na infection. Unsa man to? Acute rheumatic fever, unsa pa tong isa? Glomerulonephritis. Hala sila, gikalimtan na nila. Acute glomerulonephritis and rheumatic fever. So para maiwasan na siya, no? Maapektuhan ang heart, acute rheumatic fever, and ang kidney, kailangan na i-remove ang tonsils. Okay? So nakoy friend, nakoy duha ka friend, natanggalan og tonsils. Ang isa kay isa siya sa katong ka tonsillitis every year. Ang isa kay nag-enlarge due to kanang succeeding exposure sa histopathology. Di ba? Formalin and all. So pila siya ka years nag histopathology, isa to sa and also naka-contribute with ang stress. Grabe gid pud ilang stress during that time. So mo tong gitanggal lang. Tingala na siya, sige na siya katukan, mas nilaway lang niya, matukan na siya. No, and then pag matulog siya kay grabe yung hagok, di mo na siya sige hagok unta. So pag gi-check lang siya sa iyang randomly check lang sa iyang friend ang iyang tonsils nag-enlarge like nagid kay iyang tonsils, ang duha ka tonsils niya nag-cheek to cheek na sila. Okay, so mo tong remove na iyang tonsils or else di na siya kaginhawa. Next, peripheral lymphoid organ is your appendix. Asa pa ang appendix? Asa located? Below sa? Hala, nakalimot ko sila asa ang appendix. Nagbitay na siya diri, ma'am. Asa siya? Sa small intestine, large intestine. Sa large, asa banda sa large? Sa right? Sa cecum. Hay nako. Okay. So your appendix no dito siya naka-attach. Okay? So unsa ang purpose sa appendix? Nako, pamalik mag first year be. Okay? Your appendix are actually a good area or site for reserve of your good bacteria. Kaya para once na mag-imbalance ang intestine with good and bad bacteria, mas daghan ang bad bacteria because ay mong gipang kaon, tanawa daw yung mga baon. Okay? So if bad ang lifestyle, then your appendix has this good reserves of good bacteria. Then iyahan na siyang gamiton for colon, no? If there's a disbalance sa gut, okay? Especially if may diarrhea or if there's an antibiotic na therapy. Okay? Now, if in case pangit yung kayong lifestyle, grabe yung kay kahugaw, damasdagan na ang bad bacteria, mamatay na ang good bacteria dito. Now, the bad bacteria will enter the appendix and mo siya makakause of inflammation. Okay? So, nganong kailangan man i-remove si appendix? Ha? Possible siya mag-burst. Kano siya mag-burst? If too much na ang population dito sa bacteria and then may mga fast food na kasulod dito, okay, mga WBCs, mag-enlarge siya, nag-thin na ang iyang membrane or iyang wall, and it will lead to rupture. Okay? Now, if there's appendicitis lang, nag-inflame lang ang appendix, small cut lang ang buhaton. Okay, pangitang na itong tingkoy, and then i-cut na siya, i-remove na ang appendix. But in case of ruptured appendicitis, what will happen? Kailangan i-cut o dako ang abdomen, then habwaon ang small intestine, large intestine. Anong kailangan mo siya habwaon? Because nag-rupture man, ni buto. So, na-spread sa abdominal cavity ang mga bad bacteria. It will cause now sepsis. So, kailangan siya limpyuhan. Okay? So, if ruptured, ang worst pagidana, di ba ang symptoms? Unsa ang signs and symptoms sa appendicitis? Stomach pain. Excruciating stomach pain. Kanang di na gyud kakatindog, magsigira kag duko. No? And isa sa ginatanaw nila, if kanang murag distinct characteristics sa signs and symptoms sa appendicitis is if ipatuyok imuhang thigh, right thigh. Kung maglisod kag tuyok, sakit kaayo, then that's an indication of a appendicitis. Wala, sakit ba yung tiyan? No? Or kaya kung iana lang nimo imong tuhod, sakit kay siya. Okay, maski iana lang nimo imong tuhod, ana lang. Okay, kung iana nimo siya, di na nimo siya maana kasi sa sobra kasakit, like makahila ka sa kasakit, or if i-press, nga soft press lang siya, sakit na kaayo siya. So that's one of the triggers, or kaya di siya triggers, kanang signs yun sa appendicitis. No? So, ang difference lang nila, if inflamed lang appendicitis, kato ay mong ma-feel. Pero kapag ruptured na, wala na kayo ma-feel. Kaya wala naman tong nag-inflame na na appendix. And mo po na ang delikado. So, there was a time sa SPH, na namatay na 5-year-old. No, okay. Sige siya, reklamo. Siyempre, bata, dili nasa banda ang sakit sa tiyan. Basta sakit na kung tiyan, sige lang siya, gilak sakit tiyan. So, gato sa ER, and then kapag doctors na ma-miss na mga kuhan, wala ultrasound. Pakabot sa ER, okay naman daw siya. So, niuli. Okay, after a day, namatay. Kay mo dito ito, nag-sepsis, no? Nagka-fever siya before siya namatay, kay nag-sepsis na di ay. Mo dito ang reason, nag-rupture ang appendix. Okay, so no signs na sa ruptured na appendix. Now, blood is a secondary lymphoid organ. This is an important lymphoid organ and immunologic effector tissue. The T cells produce graft versus host reaction. Okay? Ang T cells nga present sa blood, siya ang makakause of graft versus host reaction. So, kanang mga, if ever na transplantation, na i-reject sa, or organ rejection. Okay? Or kaya, blood transfusion ng mga reaction. Muna ang reason, kaya naa dito ang T cells, nga nakadetect sa mga non-self na mga antigens. The most frequently sampled lymphoid organ is your blood. Take note, kung sa ang most sampled or frequently sampled lymphoid organ? Your blood. Okay. Alright. Now, let's proceed to the lymphocytes. Now, your lymphocytes are cells that are agranulated. Okay? So, they are responsible or kaya they are responsible for the third line of defense. Okay? Ang second line of defense nato kato sila mga macrophages, di ba? Sila neutrophils, katong mga granulocytes nato, while your lymphocytes are responsible for the third line of defense. So nakita naman tayo, di ba, sa ato ang activity last time, di ba? So they have this cytoplasm and nucleus. Ang nucleus nila is almost filling the entire cell, no? So scanty ang ilang cytoplasm, scanty dope. Okay, so yung size is almost the same size with your RBCs. They are small. Your lymphocytes cannot be determined sa iyang appearance sa microscope as T cell or B cell. Okay, di sila ibaw nga, mo ni siya ang T cell, mo ni siya ang B cell. So kapag makita niyo siya, it's named or it's identified as lymphocytes. Okay, nga no? They have their different surface markers and that makes them T cell or B cell. Okay, so again, review, no? From the stem cell, hemocytoblast, then it will become either a common myeloid precursor or a common lymphoid precursor. Now, if myeloid stem cell siya, it will become either a megakaryoblast, proerythroblast, myeloblast, or a monoblast. If megakaryoblast siya, maging megakaryocyte, and the fragments of your megakaryocytes are your platelets. Then proerythroblast, reticulocytes, erythrocytes. Anyways, nahuman na natin siya discuss. Dito na focus with our lymphoid precursors. Now, lymphoid stem cell, from the bone marrow, may mo siyang lymphoblast. And, depende kung unsa ang asa siya padulngan or unsa iyang chemical messengers na ma-receive. If iyang chemical messenger na receive niya is a thymus, it will go to thymus, it will become a thymocyte. And then it will mature to become a T lymphocyte. Then, from T lymphocyte, it will either become a T helper cell or a T cytotoxic cell. Or T cytotoxic cell. Alright? Now, if kana siya na lymphocyte is na remain sa bone marrow, it will then mature and become a B lymphocyte. Now, B lymphocyte can either become a memory B cell or a plasma B cell. Unsay difference sa duha? When we say memory B cell, naa na siya mga antibodies that is specific sa antigen. Okay? So, for example, nakadetect siya before of Streptococcus pyogenes, ang iyahang ma-develop na antibodies is specific only for Streptococcus pyogenes. Now, plasma B cells, once na makita siya antigen, mura siya machine gun, ratatatatat, sige na siya, release of antibody, no? Which is used for opsonization, for phagocytosis, and so on. Okay? So, again, ang plasma cells, abundant ang iyahang antibodies and non-specific ang iyahang target na antigen. While sa memory B cell, specific. Okay? So again, we cannot identify, no, through their appearance in the microscope, the lymphocytes. But we can identify them or differentiate them according to their surface markers. Okay? So eto na, nagsisimula na. Nagsisimula na ang pag-memorize ng kanilang mga codes. CD3, CD4, CD8. Okay? Again, dili na siya menu sa Jollibee, no, CD, kaya C114, at so ba na, CD3, CD4. CD3 is sa mga thymocytes or mga immature T cells. And tanan T cells contain CD3. Now, if CD4 siya, therefore the T cells is a T helper cell. If CD8 ihang surface marker, therefore the T cell is a cytotoxic T cell. Again, T helper cell, unsay naa sa T helper cell? CD4. What is the surface marker of your cytotoxic T cell? CD8. Okay? Now, the macrophages, natural killer cells, neutrophils, CD16. Your B cells has CD19 and CD21. Alright? And there are subsets of T cells that contains the CD56. Okay? Take note of their functions also, in which we will discuss that furthermore. Now, let's talk about the T lymphocytes. The T lymphocytes are the chief lymphocytes. Ang sa'y tawag sa mga T lymphocytes? Chief lymphocytes. Okay? In the blood and in the lymph. Now, your T lymphocytes differentiate in where? Asa gani siya nag-differentiate? Na-mention na ito kanina. Thymus. Asa na part sa thymus? Sa cortex, sa thymus. Okay? So, sa thymus, no, so therefore, your T lymphocytes are thymus-dependent. If wala kay thymus, dili makadevelop og lymphocyte na mga T cells. Again, thymus-dependent ang atong T cells. They express unique surface markers to recognize antigens that are bound to cell membrane proteins, no, such as the MHC molecule. Okay, so sila ang nasila, for example, this is the T cell. Nasila yung receptor, okay, or mga surface markers. Okay, so nasila yung surface markers in which this is used, no, for example, si macrophage ni. Right? Nakaano, di ba na ay, kung sige itong receptor sa mga pathogen, para sa mga pathogen? Pump. Okay, mga pump. Alright? So, if nakadetect siya, okay, sa antigen, na yun, ana, iyan ang i-process. Okay? I-process na niya, and then it will present, no, to the T cell. Okay? So, dapat pareho sila ano. Anion na lang ako. Okay? Dapat i-present niya sa T cell kung asa na ay T cell receptor. Okay? So, mag-connect-connect lang na sila. So, iyahang i-process and then iyahang i-present kay T cell. Okay. So, this is your T cell. Again, they have these surface markers to recognize the antigens that are bound to the cell membrane of the cell membrane proteins. Okay? So your T cell functions to stimulate the B cells to produce antibodies. They also assist in killing. They help to regulate both the innate and adaptive immune responses. Okay? So your T cell can either be a T helper cell which contains a CD marker of CD4 positive. And your T cytotoxic cell is CD8 positive. Now, the ratio of CD4 to CD8, CD4 to CD8 ratio in the blood, no? Normally, ang iyang ratio is 2:1. Okay? But in case, alright, in case na magbaba ang CD4, mas mutaas ang CD8, unsa ni na case daw? Unsa ni na disease sa humans ang 1:2 na ratio sa CD4 to CD8. This is common among AIDS. Sa mga AIDS. Okay? So that's why, if ang doctor nag-suspect sa patient na siya symptoms, signs and symptoms of AIDS, iyahan ng i-test for CD4 count. Okay? CD4 and CD8 counting. Okay? So if normally, isang normal ratio sa peripheral blood sa CD4 to CD8, 2:1. But in AIDS cases, it's 1:2. Okay? So nagbaba ang T helper cells, mas daghan ang cytotoxic cells, mas daghan ang nagapatay, no, ginapatay na sa mga cytotoxic cells ang mga abnormal cells, not just the viruses, not just the pathogens, but also the abnormal cells. All right. Now, let's talk about the development of your T cells, okay? So it started with a double negative stage. Now, wherein, wala siya surface markers na mga CD4 o CD8. They act like a natural killer cells. So, yung mga natural killer cells, kung na sila makita natin dyan, diretso nilang patay. Okay? Di sila nagahulat nga, wala sila gahulat sa presentation ni macrophage. No? So, once na makita nila, na makita ang antigen or mga cells na abnormal, ilahada yung patyon. In increased levels, no, the double negative stage na T cells, it is associated with the lymphoproliferative disorders, mga graft versus host diseases, and mga autoimmune diseases. Okay? Your double negative stage, since non-specific siya, no, aggressive siya na cell, and it may also attack mga self-antigens. That's why it is associated with these diseases. Double positive stage, no, naa-siya'y CD4 o CD8. Double positive. Na-assign CD4 and CD8. The T cells must recognize the foreign antigens in association with class 1 or 2 MHC. If unable, it dies without leaving the thymus gland. Okay? So, dapat ma-recognize niya ang foreign antigen or else dapat mamatay siya ang T cell. Kaya useless siya. Kaya again, T cells are used for killing, no, the certain or katong mga presented na mga foreign antigens. In normal individuals, present on double positive stage and also in inflammatory diseases, also in viral infection and in cancers. Now, mature T cells has either CD4 or CD8. Either. Okay? So, ang mature T cells, mo na ni sila T helper cells ug C cytotoxic cell. T helper cell, CD4, cytotoxic is CD8. 2/3 of the T lymphocytes are the CD4, 1/3 are CD8. Okay? And activated T cells, they have this CD25 positive, in which it means kapag nasa CD25 sa iyang surface marker, it is activated and it had encountered an antigen. Alright, so now, ayun na yung mahitabo sa development sa T cells. Okay? So, in the thymus, no, your thymocytes will become or will develop as a double negative. Double negative meaning wala siya CD4 o CD8. Okay? Upaw siya. Okay? Upaw, ha? Upaw siya na cell. Double negative. Okay? So, in the presence of gamma delta, it's either mag-remain siya as a thymocyte or a double negative, or it will have a CD4 and CD8 na surface marker. Okay? Now, this, once na siya CD4 and CD8, mahimo na siyang double positive, no, na T cells, wherein it develop alpha-beta chains, no, sa iyahang surface. Okay? Now, sa positive selection sa atuang double positive, okay, na T cells, kailangan niya ma-recognize. Okay, kailangan sa niya ma-recognize ang antigen. Okay? If maka-recognize siya, it will now become a T helper cell or a CD4 or T helper or a cytotoxic. So, muna na siya ang singly positive na T cell. Alright? Further instructions with macrophages or dendritic cells takes place to weed out any T cells able to respond to self-antigens. Now, these self-antigens dapat dapat dili maka-respond, no, ang T cell sa self-antigens. Now, if it responds to the self-antigen, dapat mamatay siya sa sulod sa thymus. Pero if dili siya maka-respond sa self-antigen, then it will now mature to become a CD8 or CD4 T cell. And then it exits the thymus. Kaya para dito na siya ilaban sa blood vessels or sa peripheral blood. Okay, nagets ba ang development sa T cells? Alright. Now, ang matured ng mga T cells, ihang T cell receptor, ang receptor sa CD4 is the helper T cells na siya CD4. No? Napos siya CD3. Tanan T cells contain CD3. CD3 and CD4, ano sa'yo tawag sa iya, ha? Ang T cell that contains the surface markers CD3 and CD4, ano sa'yo tawag sa iya, ha? T helper cells. Okay? Again, tanan T cells contain CD3. Alright? And if the T cell contains CD3 and CD4 as a surface marker, ano sa'yo tawag sa iya, ha? T helper cell. If that T cell contains CD3 and CD8, ano tawag sa iya, ha? Cytotoxic T cell. Alright? Okay. Ang pinaka-mature pag yun na T cell, nasa surface marker na CD2. Then, kapag nag-mature na siya, nag-develop siya, magkaroon siya CD3. Now, if it matures, furthermore, no, na siya CD2, CD3, CD4 positive, then that is your T helper. If CD2, CD3, CD3, and CD8 positive, then that is your T cytotoxic T cell. Alright. Now, we have also T regulatory cell. Your T regulatory cell, siya nag-regulate, no, sa immune response. Okay? So, your T cell, T regulatory, has CD4 and has CD25. Okay? Your T regulatory has CD4 na surface marker and a CD25. CD25 again is a regulatory T cell. Okay, kaya na to ni. The T lymphocyte subsets, T helper cells, okay, contain CD3 and CD4 surface markers. These are naive helper T cells. Okay, naive T helper cells contain CD45RA. Mga memory helper T cells contain CD45RO. Memory for CD45RO. Helper T1, TH1, cell-mediated effector mechanisms, no, for bacteria siya, ang TH1. Ang TH2 is for allergies or mga parasitic infection, wherein regulated ang antibody production. Now, your T cytotoxic T cells contains CD3 and CD8, and these are found in the peripheral blood cells, in the peripheral blood, and directly destroying virally infected targeted cells. Unsa ang gina-target ni cytotoxic T cells? Mga virally infected target cells, virus, tumors, and mga allografts. Your T suppressor cells, also, the same siya with cytotoxic, but gina-downregulate niya ang action sa T cells and B cells. Okay? Your regulatory T cells contains the CD25 surface marker and CD4, wherein it suppresses or gina-regulate niya ang immune response to the self-antigen. Alright? Mga interleukin 10, factor B, and gina-switch off niya ang immune system. It prevents autoimmune responses ang T regulatory cells and mga auto-antigens. Okay. Alright, now let's proceed to the B lymphocytes. Your B lymphocytes are thymus independent. Okay, nga na thymus independent siya. Kaya sa bone marrow siya mag-mature or mag-develop. So whether na kay thymus or wala siya pakialam. Okay, because it's thymus independent. Yung differentiation and maturation occurs asa? Sa bone marrow. Sure, ang T cells has longer lifespan compared with your B cells, no? Short lifespan lang sa B cells, and with the assistance from the T helper cells, the B cells will differentiate into a plasma B cell. Okay? So your T helper cell, no, iyahang i-help mo ng helper siya. Okay? Kaya iyahang i-help si plasma B cell. Okay? Maturation of your plasma B cell that produce antibodies against a specific antigen. Alright, surface proteins sa atong B cells contains CD19, CD21, and class 2 MHC complex. Okay, B cells contains class 2 histocompatibility complex. So para dili malimtan, di ba? A, B, C, D. So B cell for your class 2 major histocompatibility complex. Okay. And kapag mature na sila na B lymphocytes, na sila yung mga antibodies na sa ilahang surface. Unsa na mga antibodies? These are your IgM, the mu, and the delta na immunoglobulins. Okay. Unsa ang mga antibodies na sa surface sa mature na B cells? Antibodies present sa mature B cells. IgM and the IgD. Unsa ang surface markers sa B cells? CD19, CD21, and also your class 2 MHC. Alright. Now, the maturation of your B lymphocyte starts at a pro B cell, wherein ang iyang surface marker CD19, CD24, CD45. Pag madungagan siya IgM sa iyang cytoplasm, that's your pre-B cell. Now, if madungagan siya og CD21, CD40, and class 2 na MHC, it's your immature B cells. Now, if mag-mature siya, na siya IgM and IgB sa surface, also containing CD21M, CD40, MHC, class 2. Okay, wala ni M, sorry, dili din na M, it's comma, dapat. CD21, comma, CD40, and the MHC, class 2. Now, if activated ang B cell in which, going back to the organs, asa gani makita na follicle ang activated B cells? Sa secondary follicle or the germinal centers, okay? If activated B cell siya, therefore na siya marker na CD25. Hala, i-remember din nato na plasma cells, they produce antibodies and they are non-dividing. Your memory cells are found in the germinal centers, no, of our organs, lymphoid organs. And they have longer lifespan comparing to our resting B cells. They are capable of responding to antigen with increased speed and intensity. So here is now the differences, no, between the T and B cells, the summary, no, between the two. Again, asa mag-develop ang T cells? Ang B cells? Bone marrow. Alright, so majority sa population, no, sa lymphocytes, ang nag-predominate is kung saan nag-predominate sa population sa lymphocytes? The T cells, in which they are called as the chief lymphocytes. And the identification of your T cells is via the rosette formation. Saan yung rosette formation? Nangurag ng flower. I can buy myself flower. Now with that, sheep's RBC, through their CD2. Remember na sila yung mga CD2? Diba sila surface markers? Pag mag-rosette formation sila, then, muna ang T cells. Now, ang B cells, kung saan pag-identify? Through their surface immunoglobulins. So, sa itong mga immunoglobulins present sa B cells? IgM and IgD. Very good. The end products, no, once na ma-activate ang T cell is cytokines. Ang B cells is mga antibodies. Please take note. If activated ang T cell, kung saan ma-produce? Cytokines. Ang B cells, antibodies. Now, the antigens present of your T cells, CD2, CD3, CD4, or CD8. With your B cells, CD19, 20, 21, 40, and the MHC, class 2. Location of your T cells are found in the paracortex, no, katong mga mature na mga T cells, and cortex sa lymph node naman ang mga B cells. Okay. Now, the T cell independent activation sa B cells, activation sa B cells without the cooperation of your T helper cells. When we say T independent, so masking walay help ni T helper cells, ma-activate gyapon si B cells. It occurs when B cell receptors interact with the T independent antigens. Alright? It involves cross-linkages of the B cell receptor by repetitive non-protein antigen epitopes. So they are characterized with the production of the IgM by plasma cells and does not produce memory B cells. Again, they are characterized by the production of the IgM, IgM, these are our IgM, and does not produce memory B cells. Now your T cell dependent, no, kailangan sila help ni kinsa? T helper cell para makaproduce sila antibodies. Okay? So kailangan sila T helper cells para mahimo siyang either plasma cell or a memory B cell. Alright, now we have here a natural killer cells. Your natural killer cells are known as the large granular lymphocytes. They do not express the markers the same with your T cells or B cells. Wala siya surface markers, okay? It has the ability to kill target cells without prior exposure. They mature in the bone marrow. And they destroy through cytotoxic reactions, major histocompatibility complex, unrestricted na cytolysis. They are found in the liver, spleen, and in the peripheral blood. There are two antigens, however, in the natural killer cells, the CD56 and the CD16. CD16 is a receptor for their non-specific end of the antibodies. Okay? So any target cells coated with the IgG can be bound and destroyed by your natural killer cells or through the antibody-dependent cell cytotoxicity or the ADCC. Okay? So if kanang cell na-coat siya with the IgG, na-opsonize siya with the IgG, automatically siya na ang target, okay, for killing by our natural killer cells or mga antibody-dependent cell cytotoxicity or the ADCC. Okay, so here's an example. Okay, so here's a pathogen. Okay, so once na-coat siya with the antibodies. So, ito na antibody? IgG, okay? Ang IgG, na-coat niya ang bacteria, then the NK cell, iyang CD16 Fc receptor will bind to the antibody. Kaning Fc receptor sa antibody. So, iyang i-bind. Mali iyang drawing, dapat din na siya nakabind. Nag-bind siya sa Fc receptor sa IgG. Then, once na na-detect niya, muna siyang antibody-dependent na cell cytotoxic na activity sa natural killer cell. Once na nakabind siya dito sa Fc region, sa IgG, iyahang i-release iyahang toxins para mag-start siya og lytic synapse. Okay? Or kaya mag-lyse na siya sa cell, bacteria, virus, or tumor cells. Alright? Now, dito na mag-start og apoptosis. Mamatay na ang cell. Okay. Now, let's proceed to the antigen-presenting cells. The last in our PowerPoint. Then we'll have a break. The immune cell that detects, engulfs and informs the adaptive immune response about an infection are your antigen-presenting cells. So, sila tong mga sumbongera, okay, sa ato ang immune system. Once na nakadetect sila og mga antigens, tumor cell ba na, mga pathogen, okay, they detect, they engulf, and they inform the adaptive immune response. Kinsa kaya mga nasa adaptive immune response? Na mga cells, adaptive immune response. Mga? Kinsa sila? Ang mga nasa adaptive immune response. T cells, B cells. Mga T cells, B cells. Okay? Alright. So, they mediate the cell immune response by processing and presenting antigens for recognition by certain lymphocytes. Okay? So, the classical APCs include, kinsa man yung mga classical antigen-presenting cells? Your dendritic cells, your macrophages, Langerhans cells, and your B cells. Okay, and so that ends our lymphatic or the lymphoid system. Okay, so let's have a break for 15 minutes.